Hello and welcome, I'm Olas Gerjuk and you're watching Head to Head with UATV. International Contemporary Art Festival called Kyiv Art Week has been held for the fourth time in Kiev. The event includes a number of installations and special art projects throughout the city, educational program, screenings of films about modern Ukrainian art, and a vast fair of galleries. To talk more about the festival, we welcome to our studio today Eugene Bereznitsky, founder and project curator of Kyiv Art Week. Hello and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
So could you please tell us more about this festival? Introduce it for us.
Well, this is an international format which we merely adapted to Ukrainian reality rather than creating a new one. But of course, Ukrainian reality dictates and imposes particular formats which became the points of differentiation of our festival.
What does dictate Ukrainian reality? So I didn't understand. Did you combine two formats, or did you say that?
Well, no, we transformed the format a little bit because Ukrainian art scene and Ukrainian art market is not yet developed well, and our mission and our aim is to provide the institutional platform for this development. Thus, we do not apply typical business model which is relevant to similar formats in the West, which are in vast majority of cases exclusively commercial, meaning that art fairs performing on the same background as normal traditional trade fairs, where the participants paying for participation. We do not charge the participating institution galleries participation fee, providing voice and possibility to be shown to the institutions which are doing something really interesting, but who are limited in funding.
Well, that's very interesting. I do know that this festival finishes on Sunday. So what events are happening throughout this time, throughout these days?
It's a multidisciplinary and also, as I already said, multi-locational festival. Even though the anchor event and the most important part, the biggest part, and where the most visitors would come, is an art fair, which is held in Toronto-Kiev complex. There are also several museum exhibitions, several interventions into public space, and also a lecture program. So you may visit our website, which is kyivartweek.com, and to check the program to get more into details what's going on.
How many artists are taking part in this festival?
Apparently, we do not work with artists.
Who do you work with then? You see, this is a core thing. This is serious.
Yeah, with institutions. We support the institutions who, in their turn, support the artists.
The artists.
So it's not like micromanagement kind of thing when you do the exhibition for the artists. So we do the space for institutions and galleries being able to show their program, their artists.
Okay, and this festival is about contemporary art, and we do know that ordinary people and usually people just say that it is hard for them to perceive, to comprehend somehow, and to get some idea out of some modern installation or some modern contemporary form of art. How do you tackle this issue? Do you draw this discussion during this art festival with the visitors, with the public? How do you approach this?
This is also one of our goals to defeat this approach or this vision towards the stereotype towards contemporary art. Few years in a row, we were making special projects which would be shown as, which would show the contemporary art as something acceptable and simple to be comprehended. For example, last year it was a very funny project which was called Feel the Art, and we tried to literally erase the border between the viewer and the art, because normally when people go in, for example, to museums, they're limited. They cannot touch, they cannot smell, they could barely approach the artworks, because normally there would be always somebody like a security guard or somebody who would say stop.
So you erased these
we allowed people to touch the art. We allowed people to smell the art and even to be really close.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, and it was really funny because, for example, we made closed boxes, and next to these boxes were examples of this art, and people can show their hand into the box and feel what's texture of Van Gogh painting, or texture of Joseph Beuys installation, or the feeling of water in Marcel Duchamp fountain. So it was always very exciting for people. It was good fun as well.
Exciting indeed. Will you have the same approach this year?
No, not this year. We became a little bit more serious about it. So we decided to stay on the side of educational programs. So there are several lectures which would be interesting to entry-level art connoisseurs or those who just want to get a little bit of comment of what contemporary art is. So a little introduction.
Okay. Well, I do know that last year Kyiv Art Week drew more than 20,000 visitors, including foreign art communities and journalists, right? Mm-hmm. What about this year? How many visitors do you expect, and are you already having?
Well, yesterday was the opening of Kiev Art Fair, and it was a great success. The queues were standing like, I don't know, like thousands of people. We didn't calculate it, we didn't get the statistics as yet. I'm just going to the location to speak to people who are controlling this. But from what I saw and from what people told me, there were about like 4,000 people attending only the opening night.
Mm-hmm. And mostly Ukrainians, as far as I understand.
No, also foreigners, also a lot of foreigners. We also work a lot towards attracting the international public. This is very important so that we would be visible outside of Ukraine, that Kiev is a cultural capital and also a very important cultural center of Eastern Europe.
Of Eastern Europe, yeah, right. This is a very positive message, very, very much needed for the Ukrainian capital. The very last thing, please briefly, because we ran out of time. Kyiv Art Fair. You mentioned that yesterday it was the opening of Kyiv Art Fair, and this is the biggest, the role event of the whole week. So could you tell us what was happening, or what is happening, if it's still ongoing, this fair?
Yeah, this is a great event. It combines arts programs of 38 galleries. Among those, 8 galleries are international, and the rest are Ukrainian. Out of those, 13 are from the regions of Ukraine, and the rest are from Kiev. And this is 5,000 square meters of pure contemporary art, where you can walk and enjoy for a few hours alone or with your friend or family. And it's really exciting because the variety and how variety of artworks, variety of artists, and how the galleries present their program is exciting.
So this is a giant gallery.
Exactly. You can,
nice.
Instead of going around the cities or around the city, around Ukraine, you can go to one place and to enjoy
and to witness everything.
Program.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for this interesting information, for presenting, for introducing this interesting festival to us, and thank you for ruining these stereotypes about contemporary art.
Thank you.
That was Eugene Bereznitsky, founder and project curator of Kyiv Art Week. Thank you for watching Head to Head. I'm Ales Garjuk. Goodbye.